Let me explain to you my original plan for today. So today, I was planning to just do a surprise double stream. I was going to do this hunt during the day, and then I was going to do Persona at night, but clearly my plans got ruined. How do I play this game again? It's been a while since I last played this. Okay, now that we got Shiny Heatran, we can finally move on to the Shiny hunts that I have been putting aside in this game, at least until I got Shiny Heatran, which took longer than I thought. Okay, hold on. First, I need to do a quick backup save at a Pokemon Center, any Pokemon Center, which won't be, I guess this would be the closest. So yes, today I was originally about to do a surprise double stream. So I've been up. I got up at 7 in the morning because I had to get to my part-time in the morning, which begins at 9. Funny thing, actually. Last night, because I had to wake up early yesterday for work at the new job. So yesterday night, I went to sleep early. And then, would you believe, I woke up around like 5 a.m. to take a pee, and then I just couldn't fall back asleep. I'm thinking to myself, you are not staying up until 7 a.m. when you need to wake up. You are not about to waste 2 hours of sleep. Get your ass back in that bed and try to get some more sleep. After some struggle, I managed to go back to sleep, but then, you know, I had to wake up at 7 in the morning to get ready. My part-time used to be on Mondays, but then we switched it to Fridays. They asked if I can come in on Fridays instead. So yes, now my part-time is on Fridays. I work from 9 to 12. Okay, hold on. Which donut am I going to use? All types. Nope, not that one. Fighting level 3. I think I have a couple of these ones. Fighting level 3 as well, and... oh no, I guess I only have 2. Could have sworn I had a third one. Fighting level 3, maybe I used that one. Could have sworn I had a third one. Whatever. What do you think? Fighting and Humongo. I suppose I should use this one. Well, there's no guarantees I'll get Shiny Cobalion to start off anyways. So anyways, my plan was, when I was done at 12, I drop off everything I got done, and then I take my ass back home. I actually don't even know where Cobalion is. Oh no, wait, yes I do. It's under that bridge. But where am I? Oh my god. Where am I compared to that bridge? I think I gotta go down here. Oh, you don't get knocked down by the alphas in this game. It's wonderful. I've been playing Legends Arceus a lot lately. That's why I haven't been playing this game that much. I've been working on my alpha decks, for those who don't know. I am down to my last common alpha. And by process of elimination, that last one is Vulpix. What do I mean by common alphas? Well, the remaining alphas I have are pretty difficult. I need 4 more alpha EVs. I still need an alpha Spiritomb. I need another alpha Shieldon. I still need 2 alpha Cranidos, 3 alpha Porygon, 3 alpha Magnemite. I still need 2 alpha Cherubis. So yeah, what I mean by common alphas are, you know, exactly what I mean. Common alphas. So the last common alpha I'm missing is Vulpix. I just got an alpha Goomy today, which was a lot tougher than I thought. Because turns out the Goomies that spawn around the static alpha Sliggoo, those can never be alpha, and I didn't know that. So yeah, I did waste a lot of time with that. Anyway, so back to the story. So, yeah, after I was done my job at 12, my plan was to take my ass back home, rest up a little bit, and then do this hunt right now during the day. And then at nighttime, which would be right now, I would be playing Persona. Are you serious? Wait, hold on. How do I save the game again? Oh my god! Wait, I don't even remember how do I save the game. No, wait. That is shiny, right? Oh my god. I don't want to save the game. You know what? Never mind. This game you can backup save. Never mind. So yeah. My eyes are not deceiving me, right? That is shiny. I don't remember how to play this game anymore. It hasn't even been 10 minutes. Wow, there goes my plans for the rest of the evening. Hey, I can at least go and catch that Machamp. How many encounters was that? Was that 4? Well, I had a lot to talk about tonight, but I guess never mind. Anyway, so yeah, my plan was to do this during the day, play Persona at night, but I suppose it's a good thing that didn't happen that way. Hold on now, get out of my, yeah, stop aggroing, please. Nope, you're not gonna leave me alone. I didn't want to save the game earlier, because, you know, in case my eyes were playing tricks on me and it wasn't shiny, then I would be screwed. But then I remembered, oh yeah, this game, you can reload a backup save. Right. Oh my god, they're everywhere. I'm just trying to get to a spot where nothing is aggroed so I can look at them. There we go. Oh, wow. Wow, that was quick. I got an adamant nature. What is an ideal nature for Cobalion? Best nature for Cobalion. Jolly or adamant? Jolly or adamant are the top choices for physical sets, while timid is best for special sets. Wow! I very much lucked out today. That is the correct date. Yes, it is. Good. And then we got this just now. Well, we may as well use up the rest of the donut, see if we can get anything else, even though it would still be more Machops and Machamps. What was that orange thing on my screen just now? Wow, I gotta look at that. I gotta look at that back. How many encounters was that? Was that 4? Well, I guess never mind to everything I was going to talk about tonight. So anyways, my plan was to do this during the day and then play Persona at night. But as you can see, clearly plans changed. Plans didn't work out. And I guess that's for the better, because who knows if I did this during the day, if I would have gotten this within like 10 encounters. Whoops. No. So, after I finished at 12, and after well, actually, first of all, I went to McDonald's to pick myself up a K-pop Demon Hunter meal. Shit's expensive, too. It's what, like $17.69 for a meal, and then after tax, it's borderline $20. $20 and you get 2 cards. Yo, for these prices, I'd be expecting a personal meet and greet with Huntrix themselves. But yeah, I got myself the, well actually today I got the 1-star mystery card and then the 3-star Rumi card. I didn't know that there were rarities, like the rarities were on the back. So far I have 4 cards. I have the 1-star Zoe, 1-star mystery, the 2-star Saja Boys, and I have the 3-star Rumi. I don't know how many of these I'm going to collect. Of course I would love to collect them all, but they mad expensive for 2 cards. And I'm not even guaranteed to get new ones, you know? I'm more than likely going to get dupes. For 20 bucks! I only tried the Huntrix meal so far. I haven't tried the Saja Boy meal. Anyway, that's all besides the point. So after my shift at 12 ended, I went to get myself McDonald's, and then I went back to the family store to drop off everything. And then I was told by my mom, hey, don't go home yet. Dad, your father, wants to take you mattress shopping. It's like, fuck. Man, I had plans today. I was going to go home. I had things planned to do. See, the reason my parents want me to buy a brand new mattress is because the mattress I've been sleeping on, how long have I had that mattress, you may ask? Probably since the beginning of life. So that mattress I had my entire life, they're saying that the center, where majority of the body mass sits, the center has been worn out. You know, it's soft and lumpy now. And they're saying long term it's bad for me, bad for my back, or whatever. Me personally, you know, felt fine to me. I sleep on it just fine every night, but according to them, it's bad for me long term. So my dad brought me mattress shopping today. Well, we bought 2 of the same mattresses, coming out to $360, so $180 per mattress. And then I had to drive his car home, because his car had both mattresses in it. And because the mattress was taking up majority of the back space, I couldn't see past the rear view mirror. Like, I just couldn't see what was behind me. Well, that's what the side mirrors are for, I suppose. It helps a little bit. Anyways, so I came back home, and by the time I got home, well, it was too late. You know? So ultimately, I decided I'm just gonna rest. Because tomorrow, I have to wake up extra early. See, for this new job, Saturdays suck. As a kid, you used to look forward to Saturdays, but no, now as an adult, I dread Saturdays. This new job's work schedule is from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., but because of how far away this location is, I need to wake up at 8:30 to give myself enough time to prepare and actually get there for 11 a.m. But Saturdays, the hours shift 1 hour. Early. Saturdays, we open from 10 to 6 instead of 11 to 7. So I need to wake up at 7:30 tomorrow morning. You know, a part of me was debating, do I actually play these games and purposely not sleep? Because I was up since 7 this morning, well technically 5, before I got like an extra hour to hour and a half of sleep. Because I was up so early this morning, I was thinking, do I use this to my advantage and purposely tire myself out more tonight so that I can actually fall asleep early so I can wake up early? But knowing myself, that's not going to work. No matter how tired I am, I just can never sleep early. So I opted for rest instead. So I napped during the day instead of playing this. And Yeah, I decided to rest instead. Because tomorrow I need to wake up early, and after I'm done work, my friends want to hang out. I don't know if they want to do dinner at a restaurant. I don't know if they want to do an escape room. I don't know if they want to just hang out at one of their places. I'm not sure yet. They're going to plan it all out, and then I'm just going to tag along. So yeah, I got a busy day tomorrow. Early work and hanging out with the boys. Which, sucks to suck because tomorrow I am going to be completely missing out on Mega Phalanx Raid Day in Pokemon Go. Wow, that donut was wasted. Nothing additional, huh? Let's check around. Maybe some spawns a little further down got affected. Like any of you guys here? Nope. Any of you guys here? No. So tomorrow is gonna be a busy, busy day. No Mega Phalanx for me, no 1 in 10 shiny odds for me, and no, I will not be using remote raids, because ever since they changed up the remote raid system, it now costs extra to do them remotely. And, I'm no Absol Blogs Pokemon, I don't love Phalanx that much, even though they resemble Kirby's, and I never noticed that. Wait, is there anything over here? I do know this is where you go for Verizon. No. Anything here? No. But you know what we can do? We can take more advantage of this donut. Because every time we quick travel, it auto-saves. Man, you got here late. I got Shiny Cobalion within like 10 minutes. It took like 6 minutes to get. I guess the universe was just doing me a favor after how long Shiny Heatran took. See? It auto-saves, so I already got Shiny Cobalion, and I'm a champ. Oh, I forgot to mention too, that aside from my plans being completely ruined today, it wasn't just by them wanting me to buy a new mattress, it was also the fact that all these fuckers were telling me to mow the lawn. It's like, damn, I had things planned today. And of course, according to them, me gaming, oh, that's not important. That's not something you need to prioritize. The things we tell you to do, yeah, that's what you should do first. The things that are important to you, nah. Nah, they're not important, period. Don't do them. Do what we say. Do what we tell you to do. God damn it, I need to juggle 3 jobs right now. And I really don't have that much time to do my own stuff. Here, listen to this. Earlier today when I was at some sort of like warehouse for the mattresses, first of all, the front was pretty deceiving, you know, it was a kind of like a showroom. And then they have a big back warehouse area, and it was huge. It's like, the front's a bit deceiving, considering this is like a 1/10 of the size of what's back there. Though, you know, a place that sells mattresses, massage chairs, tables, sofas, couches, coffee tables, they need a lot of space to hold all that. Anyway, so I was texting my friend's group chat then, and I was telling them how, at the moment, I'm juggling 3 jobs. Those 3 jobs being the family store, this brand new job, which I'm training for, and then the part-time I do once a week. My friend was thinking, well, I don't know if those really count. I don't know if you can really say you're doing 3 jobs. Because in his eyes, the family store doesn't count. And he was telling me, you know, if you had a full-time and then you had a part-time, then you can say you were doing 2 jobs. So I immediately responded, yo, if that's how you see it, then my sister is currently working 0 jobs. If you don't think working at the family store counts as working a job, then my sister works 0 jobs right now. And I also explained to him, if I am going out and doing labor for money, then it is a job. So yes, I am juggling 3 jobs, bitch. Damn, I used up all of this donut's luck. I'm not gonna do that again. I'm not gonna use up the 600 calories to try to get something else. If I was smart, before I shiny hunted Cobalion, I would have restarted until at least a shiny alpha popped up, not a regular shiny Machamp. But, you know, there's no guarantees you'll even get the Cobalion to keep that shiny alpha. Watch there be a shiny somewhere I'm not aware of. Anything in there? I don't see any green. I see no green. Let me at least try to pick up the Gimme Ghoul coins. I think I still need these. Go, 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 go. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Okay, where am I at for the Gimme Ghoul coins? I'm at 486. I think I still need coins. I think there's still a handful of Gimme Ghouls I need to evolve, and I just haven't been playing this game. Anyways, there you go. Shiny Cobalion in under 10 minutes. I'm not going to end just yet, though. Okay, so what I will do is... First, let's go to... That's not it. Rust Syndicate, because I already have maxed out the survey points. So... Who knows? Maybe I'll get lucky and find Terrakion too. And also, for those who don't know, I am hunting these in a specific order. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Can you tell what order I'm hunting these in? Well, this one, not from this game. So I am hunting these in Dex order. I hunted Latias back in February. Back in February also. And then while waiting for Pokemon Home to update, because I legitimately ran out of box space in this game, I started hunting for this. And then this took longer than I thought. Since I already started the hunt, and since it technically comes between Latios and Cobalion, I figured I would finish the Heatran hunt first. But it took much longer than expected. So now that I got shiny Heatran, up next is Cobalion, Terrakion, and Virizion, and then I will have all 5. How do I... No, how do I multi-select? Oh, it's been a while since I played this game. Ain't that kind of stupid, don't you think? The controls change per Pokemon game. So, you know, you just get confused all the time because you're used to playing the controls for another game. I still haven't caught Keldeo yet, I don't think, on this file. I did catch Meloetta, but not Keldeo yet. So I would not be mad if I did get a Keldeo. But never mind, I didn't get shit, because I got a Battle Zone. That is absolutely useless to me. So what I will do is, first, because this is how I did them, I'm going to change my button mapping. Because this way, I don't obliterate my A button. I guess I may as well grind, you know? I'll do one more special scan, as long as it doesn't take too long. So I'm just gonna throw down a quick autosave. Wait, backup save. And let's get donut crafting. I'm sure you guys missed this. So, give me some time, because there's no guarantees I'll even find Terrakion. I could find Battle Zones, I could find Virizion, I could find Keldeo. So give me some time. Once I get Terrakion, I'll hunt it here, but yeah, just give me some time. What did I need again? I think I needed the yellow. I primarily use these 4. Right, I used 6. I used 6, and that gives me more than enough time, I hope. I am looking for berry power, or item power berries, because that's... Why not, right? And this is what I do when I'm grinding. I only use item power berries. That way I get more berries when I do these distortions. And, yeah, I just keep on doing this until I get them, and then I grind. I have 311 hours. I've seen people online with, like, maxed out hours, and I'm thinking, how? Given how long I've played this game, I don't even have maxed out hours. How do you guys have maxed out hours? So what are my Pokemon plans at the moment? Well, I can finally play this game again after that Heatran hunt. So my plan currently is to finish the hunts in this game. Terrakion, Virizion, and I still need to find Keldeo. Still a couple of things I need to evolve, like a couple of Gimme Ghouls. And then a couple of other hunts that I want to do. I still want to get a shiny Alpha Gardevoir. Yes, exactly for the reason you're thinking of. So, yeah, that's my plan for this game. Finish the hunts and then a handful of other hunts. And then, obviously, I'm still working on my Alpha decks in Legends Arceus. And that's going to take me quite a while, too. Oop, I didn't... reload the backup save. I don't know, I'm kind of jumping back and forth on how to do the space-time distortion alphas. Do I create a new save, play up to the game when you're banished? Do I do it that method, or do I actually play the long game and I do it like this, like on my main save? Genuinely sitting there for possibly up to 40 minutes. Because, as it turns out, too, when you're banished, the space-time distortions, when they spawn, the starters don't spawn. So you won't have those stinky starters taking up your spawns. Because I'm thinking, I was probably going to do that to Shiny Hunt, not for the alphas. But, in the process of shiny hunting... Oh my god, I keep forgetting. In the process of shiny hunting, I'm probably just going to naturally get a couple of alphas to spawn anyways. Yeah, but then again, I'm also thinking... That kind of feels like a cop-out. I kind of want all my alphas to come from one save file. They all have the same trainer ID. Because that'd be cool. But on the other hand, if I do it the other way, then it's like, well, I'm still catching it myself. You know, I'll still have my same trainer ID. Wait, no. My same trainer OT. It just wouldn't be the same trainer ID. I don't know. I don't know. First, I'll try to finish the other alphas I'm missing first. So the last common alpha I'm missing is a Vulpix, of all things. And then I'm going to work on some of the other ones I'm still missing. Alpha Spiritomb. You know, I got 2 shiny Teddy Ursas before I even got a single alpha. And I am phasing a lot on Mine Juniors, which is a good sign considering that may or not be a future hunt coming up. Oh my god, I keep forgetting to load the backup save. Clearly I haven't played this game in a while. How are you guys out there? You guys good? Do I even talk about the stuff anymore? I was going to talk about a film, but then again, given how fast Cobalion shined, it's like, do I even bother talking about it anymore? Or do I save it for next time? But what if next time Terrakion happens just as fast? What do you guys think? You want me to still talk about the film today? Or should I save it for next time? I'll be honest, this might take me a while anyways. And I need to do like maybe 5 or 6 of these before I get enough to do another special scan. I keep forgetting. Ah, well, screw it. Let's actually talk about the film, considering I probably won't be done this for quite a while. Let us talk about Mortal Kombat 2! I watched this film in theaters a couple days ago. I am late to watching the film, but I gotta say, I am pleasantly surprised. I very much enjoyed this film, considering I've been pretty vocal, somewhat, about the fact that the first Mortal Kombat film sucked! The first Mortal Kombat film, the reboot, in 2021, that film, oh, I was so excited for it too, because I am a huge Mortal Kombat fan. I love Mortal Kombat. But then watching that film, it was bitterly disappointing. So, my one hope for this film was for it to simply be good. That's it. That's all I wanted. The first film, the bar was so low. Come on, you couldn't possibly screw this up. I just want the second film to be good. And it was. It was great. Dare I say, this was an excellent Mortal Kombat film. Well, as excellent as you can get. You know, the first film sucked. And the original films, well, those were a product of their time, you know? So yes, I very much enjoyed Mortal Kombat 2. To me, this was an excellent Mortal Kombat film. It's almost like the creators, the producers, everyone saw all of the negative reception, the backlash, the criticism from the first film, and they said, bet. We now understand the assignment. We know what you want. Let us deliver. And oh boy, did they deliver. The first film wasn't even about the Mortal Kombat tournament. It was leading up to the tournament. You know, I haven't checked this either. I should probably check this before I continue making donuts. And that is, how many distortions do I even have? So I go for the 4 stars, and I don't bother with the large ones. So at the moment, I just need 1 before I do more. And I also want you guys to keep this in mind. The other day when I went to watch Mortal Kombat 2 in theaters, I rewatched the first film that same day. During the afternoon, I rewatched the first film. And then at night, I went out and I watched the second film in theater. Funny story. When I was driving to the theater, I had the radio playing in my car, and they played that horrific sound effect for an emergency. You know that sound effect whenever an Amber Alert happens? They played that blood-curdling sound effect, and then it was like an emergency warning system or whatnot. No, the zombie apocalypse didn't happen. It was saying, like, weather warning. Like, Southern Ontario Weather Watch, there is like a huge thunderstorm on the way with the potential for a tornado to form, possibly hail as well. But, you know, that's more southern from where I am. Oh my god. You know, where I'm at, it's more around the Greater Toronto area, and then the broadcast was saying more so for the Niagara area, you know, where the border to New York is. So that was more south from where I am. But when that broadcast happened, it started to rain for me. And it's like, oh shit. Is a thunderstorm about to happen here for me as well? Like, is a thunderstorm going to happen and maybe knock out the power halfway into the film? I hope not. But thankfully, no, nothing like that happened. But damn, that's kind of crazy. We don't get many tornado warnings up here before. What? We don't get many tornado warnings up here. I think we only got like 1 before. But clearly nothing happened. Okay, so let's get into the actual film itself. Remember, I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan. I love Mortal Kombat. So, Mortal Kombat 2 begins with Shao Kahn invading, well, not really invading, but, you know, fighting for Edenia, I think. I'm not gonna lie, I arrived to the theater like 2 minutes late, so I missed the very opening of the film. But I got there just as Shao Kahn killed King Jared. Yeah, I missed the very opening. I was a little bit late. I missed like 2 minutes of the first film. The beginning of the film. Anyway, so Shao Kahn kills King Jared and claims the realm of Edenia for himself. I'm going to assume that wasn't an invasion, while that wouldn't be against the rules of Mortal Kombat. I think maybe Outworld won against Edenia in the tournament. Whatever. So after Shao Kahn kills King Jared, takes Sindel for himself, and even takes Princess Kitana to be his own daughter. So we see a young Kitana While all of the Edenians are kneeling to Shao Kahn, we see young Kitana go up to her father's body and take this blue ribbon from his body. Oh, look, there we go. Item powers, berries. Okay, now, this is what I do all the time. I do this button mapping for the donut crafting, and then I change it back whenever I'm actually in the distortion. So it was here. So she grabs that blue ribbon from her father's body and then uses it to tie her hair. Well, that was a flashback. That was the film's prelude. We see in present day, we see a grown-up Kitana doing some sort of training with Jade. I gotta say, they got Kitana's casting spot on. Adeline Rudolph is perfect as Kitana. She looks like her, she sounds like her, and she's pretty hot. So, like, she is spot on casting for Kitana. Jade, however, not really. Tati Gabrielle, she would have been a fine Jade, and she is a fine Jade, but, like, why doesn't she have hair? Why is Jade bald in this film? Obviously, it's because the actress is bald. You know. It's like, I'm sure I'm not the only one out there who saw it. The casting for Jade is Tati Gabrielle, given all of her controversies with Intergalactic, or Interstellar, whatever that game was called. It's like, why'd they cast her as Jade? Anyways, what do I need? Catch grass Pokemon, and catch Pokemon undetected. Anyway, so yeah, they're training, but then the tournament is about to begin. I'm also basing this majority off of memory. I saw the film a couple days ago. Oh, I didn't even check how many Mega Shards I have. Okay, I have plenty of space. So, the Mortal Kombat tournament is actually almost upon us. You know, the whole thing that they were building up to for the first film. What shiny am I looking for? I already got the shiny. I already got shiny Cobalion. So now I'm just grinding for another special scan. I don't think Greninja even hit those. What the hell? Do I want Greninja? No thanks, as you can see I already have my Alpha Greninja here. Oh, I still need to catch 3 undetected. Anyway, so because Kung Lao was killed by Shang Tsung in the first film, they are short one champion. They need a new champion. Enter Johnny Cage, played by Carl Urban. Listen, I love Carl Urban, Billy Butcher, Scourge, and I like him as Johnny Cage, but, you know, it's like, why didn't they cast someone a little bit younger, considering, what the hell? This game sometimes. Considering he looks significantly older than the rest of the characters. But whatever, I like Carl Urban, I like Johnny Cage. I like this casting, for the most part. You know, after seeing his performance as William Butcher, he probably would have made a great Kano, but we already got Kano. catch undetected, and I don't have much time. Oh, for God's sake, the stupid hitboxes in this game. That's not gonna work. It is such a drastic difference in this game after playing Legends Arceus. So we see Johnny Cage's film from the 90s, Uncaged Fury, and it is as campy as you would remember, or you would expect from a film in the 90s. Damn it. Ah, that's not catching undetected. Don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around. Good! Okay, now I need to find that golden ball somewhere. Quickly, 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 quickly. It's been a while since I played this. I used to breeze through this when I was actually hardcore grinding. Anyway, so we see Johnny. He's actually at some sort of like Comic-Con event. He has his own booth for his Uncaged Fury and other Johnny Cage films as well. But, you know, he's washed. Johnny Cage kind of fell out of the limelight a long time ago. Now people don't even walk up to his booth. I would. I would. Oh, found it. Great. So yeah, Johnny, he goes back to his car, where he gets greeted by Raiden and Sonya Blade. They're telling him he's been chosen for Mortal Kombat, but he kind of doesn't believe anything they say. I mean, can you blame him? Also, Raiden is now wearing his classic game outfit. Love it. But I'm still not thrilled about the casting they went for Raiden, you know? Not really the Raiden I'm familiar with. So Raiden shoots some lightning to prove that this stuff is real. Even opens a portal for them to go to. That way Johnny can actually see for himself that this is all real. So they go to... Oh my god. Nope. No, 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 no. Get that off my screen. So they go to Raiden's Sky Temple, which is very different from the games, where we see Jax, Liu Kang, and Cole Young all training for the tournament. So Johnny gets explained to what the Mortal Kombat tournament is. It's a tournament fight to the death. And Johnny's just like, yeah, no, fuck this. Send me back. He's not a hero. He's no champion. He's an actor. He's a washed actor. With like, what, 5 black belts and some sort of like martial arts championship, whatever. Yeah, but Johnny, he don't want to be he don't want to be part of this. So he does go back, and he considers it. He ponders it. He goes to a bar and drinks, where he gets recognized by a fan. He actually wants a Johnny Cage reboot. But Johnny, he's just... That's not right. Johnny, his glory fizzled out in the 90s. So he's a little bit cold to the fan, but it's like, yeah, don't meet your heroes, I suppose. Over at the Sky Temple, the tournament is about to begin. They even mentioned to Johnny, it's like, even if you leave, the Elder Gods can always just call you back to participate. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. So, the tournament begins. So we see Sonya get teleported. First round is going to be 2 fighters. Sonya gets teleported. It's like, wait, who's the other? We see Johnny at the bar where he gets served a drink by Ed Boon. He has his Stan Lee style cameo. So yes, they do get teleported. We see Johnny fighting Katana. So we see their fight. Johnny, I gotta say, I'm not the biggest fan of the direction they took Johnny Cage in this film. Not only is he washed and old, which, I guess that's different, right? He peaked in the 90s, which is very aligned with the games. The original Mortal Kombat story that came out in the 90s, I think, takes place in the 90s. Johnny Cage was part of that. He was a very young, cocky, egotistical actor. But, you know, the film storyline, Mortal Kombat, didn't start until much later on. So Johnny wasn't part of Mortal Kombat back in the 90s. Anyway, so Johnny does a lot of avoiding in this film instead of actually fighting. You know, I kind of wish we saw a more egotistical Johnny who actually proved his worth with his fighting. Like, round 1, Johnny Cage versus Katana. Yeah, he holds his own, but he ultimately loses. And, well, that's a shame. Johnny Cage got eliminated from the tournament right at the beginning. That's a bit of a shame. But story-wise, they needed Katana to proceed. Which, at that point, why not just set Johnny Cage up against someone else? Oh well, who cares? So, Johnny Cage versus Katana. He does a lot of avoiding to start with, but then when he actually decides to fight, he gets taken out pretty quickly. So, we do also see things come down from the sky. Based on the trailer, I thought these were maybe the Kami Dogu, but no, these ones are just this is just a scoreboard. They each have 5 fighters, and whoever loses 5 times, well, loses. And we know how Mortal Kombat works. 10 victories in a row, and that realm can claim the other. This is the 10th Mortal Kombat, of which the previous 9 Outworld 1. So the stakes are high here. Shao Kahn cannot wait to get his big meaty claws on Earthrealm. Anyway, so Johnny Cage loses to Katana. What about Sonya? She is up against Sindel. So they fight where all the spikes are coming up. That's one of the Mortal Kombat levels. Yeah, they fight. We know that the concept of arcanas were established in the first film. Something completely pointless to put into the movies. It's like, why even make that up for the films? But whatever. So we see Sonya with her arcana, her wrist blasts. And we do know Sindel, we know how Sindel is. She uses her Silver Banshee Black Canary Scream. Sadly, she didn't use her hair, though. Anyway, so the fight was relatively quick. Where, yes, Sonya does kill Sindel. Blasts 2 gaping holes in Sindel's abdomen, and then pierces her head through the spike. Oh, I should also mention that Katana did not kill Johnny Cage. She spared him. Oh, I didn't even mention either that in Outworld, we see they have a plan to basically cheat their way through Mortal Kombat. So the sorcerers, first of all, Quan Chi is in this film. He's barely in this film. Quan Chi has this plan to grab a hold of Shinnok's amulet. We saw Kano in the first film steal Shinnok's amulet. What? Shinnok's amulet from Raiden's Sky Temple, but Liu Kang noticed and he immediately asked him to put it back. And I guess he did not put it back? Unless you're telling me he did put it back and then off screen he swiped it again, which is kind of stupid. Whatever. So at Outworld, they bring in Kano's dead body, and they actually resurrect Kano. But he's missing an eye now because Sonya used a gnome and jabbed his eye out. So they question Kano, where is Shinnok's amulet? Where is the artifact you stole from Raiden's Sky Temple? He just pulls it out of his pocket. And he's just like, oh, here you go. We didn't need to revive him. We could have just picked his pockets. And we know how Kano is from the first film. He is the comic relief. He's chatty, he's annoying, he's comedic. And yes, he does annoy the hell out of everyone in this film. So, yeah, Quan Chi takes Shinnok's amulet from Kano, and Kano, we know how Kano is. He's just like, hey, I want something for that. You promised me a new eye. We do see Kano later on following Quan Chi, annoying the hell out of him. Quan Chi actually does make him a brand new eye, just be like, fine, here, have an eye so he can shut up and leave me alone. They do also mention that they have another dead body that they are going to turn into a revenant. That is also a thing from the games. Why didn't they turn Kano into a revenant? It's because of his soul, or rather lack thereof. Kano barely has a soul left. So there was no point to even turning him into a revenant. But the other character we saw in the first film, Shang Tsung killed Kung Lao. So they turned Kung Lao into a revenant. So, their plan is basically, they want Shinnok's amulet to make Shao Kahn immortal so that he can just win his way through Mortal Kombat. But, they need an extreme amount of energy to power Shinnok's amulet for that. What about the power of a god? So, back at Raiden's Sky Temple, it's also revealed periodically throughout the film that Kitana is in leagues with Earthrealm. She is the spy for Earthrealm and Raiden. Moving on, so, back on Earthrealm, before the next round, Kung Lao gets sent to the Sky Temple to attack. So Kung Lao throws his blade hat. It just flies around. And then it actually comes in and slits Raiden's throat. Because Raiden is a demigod, god of thunder, he doesn't die the way that normal humans would. His throat being slit, I'm gonna take this. His throat being slit means there is an opening for his power. So Shang Tsung comes in and uses Raiden's power to power Shinnok's amulet. And thus they use it to make Shao Kahn immortal. So Raiden, because of this, kind of gets sidelined for the rest of the film, which I don't like. It's not like Raiden can intervene during the Mortal Kombat tournament anyways, but this was still somewhat stupid. Anyway, so it's now time for the next round of Mortal Kombat. This time there will be 3 fights. Alright, so we have Jax versus Jade. That fight goes pretty straightforward. Jax ultimately wins against Jade, but he spares her, given the fact that Kitana spared one of theirs, so now they're even. So another win for Earthrealm, at least in that department. There is... oh, yes. Yeah, there's 3 fights here. We have Shao Kahn versus Cole Young, and that's not good. You instantly knew, given this matchup, that Cole is a goner. He is done for. Not only is he up against Shao Kahn, not only is Shao Kahn immortal now, but given the stage they're fighting at the Deadpools. No, not the Deadpool character. They're fighting at the stage the Deadpools. The pools of acid. Yeah, as much as I didn't want to see Cole Young die, yeah, the moment he was matched against Shao Kahn, he was a goner. He was done for. And you know, I feel so bad for the actor too. What was his name again? Lewis Tan. I feel so bad for Lewis Tan. You know, I'm sure he's a fan of the franchise too. He got cast in this film. You know, being cast in a movie that is a franchise you love yourself, that's a big deal. Only to be told, what do you mean I'm playing an original character? Right? And then the film comes out, the fans don't really like your character because you're an original character to the film. Why didn't they just go with a character from the games to follow, like Johnny Cage? So, damn, I feel bad for Lewis Tan, you know? He plays an original character that nobody really cared about, and then the second film, he got killed off relatively early. So anyways, yes, Cole does die. They even foreshadowed this earlier in the film. When he tries to convince Johnny Cage to not leave, he tells him that he had to leave behind the two most important things in this world, his wife and daughter. And he knows very well that he could never see them again. Great foreshadowing there. So as Cole and Shao Kahn fight, Cole actually does get the upper hand. He does actually, quote-unquote, win against Shao Kahn. He stabs him, he slits his throat, but because Shao Kahn's immortal, he doesn't die. And thus, you know, he cannot win this fight. So what does Shao Kahn do? Shao Kahn crushes his head with his warhammer. Just completely obliterates his head and then pushes his remaining body into the dead pool. So Cole is gone. Not only is his head flattened, he got the Negan treatment. His body is completely dissolved. He is gone. 100% gone. There's nothing left of Cole. And then the third and final fight is between Liu Kang and Revenant Kung Lao, where the blue portal backdrop is. It looked amazing, by the way. And we get this really awesome fight between Liu Kang and Kung Lao. Not only are they really flexing the martial arts, they're also, like, there's also high stakes when it comes to the fight, because Kung Lao's hat is just flying everywhere. So not only does Liu Kang have to beat Kung Lao, his brother, his best friend, he also has to watch out for his hat at all times. The fight was amazing. But ultimately, Liu Kang knows that there's no saving Kung Lao, at least not like this. He has to beat Kung Lao in the fight to proceed and win Mortal Kombat to save Earthrealm. So Liu Kang has to do the heartbreaking thing. He has to kill Kung Lao, sending him back to the Netherrealm, and he vows that he will save him. So Earthrealm won 2 rounds here. So when they all get back, they're just like, where's Cole? Oh no, he didn't make it back? Oh no! Anyways, So Cole dies, and no one really acknowledges it. You know, the protagonist of the first film, he just dies, and everyone's just like, oh no. Anyways, we don't even ever see his wife and daughter. Like, we don't even see their reaction to the fact that her husband, her father, is dead. None of that. Let me think. What else happened after this? Anyway, so after a couple more visits to Earthrealm, Kitana does get snitched on by Jade. While they are best friends, they're borderline sisters. Jade is still loyal to Shao Kahn, so she does out Kitana to Shao Kahn. Oh, wait, before that, actually, hold on. While they're meeting up, before she gets snitched on, Kitana meets up with everyone. They now know that Shao Kahn is powered up by Shinnok's amulet, so they need to find a way to remove Shinnok's amulet's power from Shao Kahn. Otherwise, Earthrealm is doomed. So they need to first retrieve Shinnok's amulet and try to destroy it. It's like, hold on a second, pump the brakes. The game explicitly said Shinnok's amulet cannot be destroyed, not even by the Elder Gods. Oh well, I guess that's just a change they made for the film. So yeah, they need to retrieve Shinnok's amulet and destroy it. But the castle is very heavily guarded. There is one path that is less guarded, and that is an underground tunnel system. But the only reason it's not very guarded is because that area is for all the Tarkatans. Tarkatans are not welcome inside the castle. So that's where they go. They do a little recon mission, and they meet Baraka. Oh yeah, by this time Kitana went back to Outworld, and she was outed by Jade. So they meet Baraka. Liu Kang tries to team up with him. Tries to maybe like, alright, if you don't want to team up with us, then let's fight. I challenge you to a fight, and if we win, you team up with us. Baraka declines, flat out. Aren't I done with that? Huh. I guess not yet. What am I missing? Evolve them. How do I just need to evolve one more thing? Whatever, I'll deal with that another time. So Johnny Cage taunts Baraka into fighting, but Baraka doesn't want to fight Liu Kang. Baraka wants to fight Johnny. And once again, they have Johnny Cage be like this cowardice character, where instead of fighting Baraka head-on, he kind of just tries to avoid the fight whenever he can. Until Johnny finally gets a grip and actually starts fighting again. And yes, Johnny is a great fighter. He actually is able to win against Baraka. He even does his classic nut punch too. So after winning against Baraka, they earn Baraka's respect. Baraka is now a super big fanboy of Johnny Cage. So Baraka leads them to the underground tunnels that leads directly into the castle, but he's not allowed in. Tarkatans are forbidden to enter the castle. That is taken straight out of MK1. Damn it, I keep using that button for the map. Wow, there is nothing here for me. What else am I forgetting? Anyways, there was also a moment where they did also need to call for more backup, more fighters on their side, since Kitana is now outed. Kung Lao, Revenant Kung Lao is killed. They need another fighter. Well, I forget which sorcerer it was. I think it was Quan Chi. Quan Chi resurrects Bi-Han. No, not a Sub-Zero. Noob Saibot. Noob Saibot is in this film. We all knew that from the trailer, and he looks perfect. I think this is his MK11 design, and it looks perfect. It looks like it is ripped straight out of Mortal Kombat 11. So yes, Noob Saibot is here, but he's not a fighter in the tournament. Let me see. So they go into the castle and they split up for some reason. Liu Kang says if we split up, we'll find the amulet faster. Even though the instance they split up, Liu Kang finds the amulet immediately. Oops, I didn't change the button mapping. Also, when Kitana was outed by Jade, we also see Shao Kahn. He's wondering what punishment to give her. Well, she maybe hurt Sindel. Wait a second, I thought Sindel was dead. No, it turns out that Shao Kahn had the sorcerers revive her, but now she has this restraint on her face to where she can't speak or scream. So instead of hurting Sindel, Kitana is to be chained up in the town's public, chained up publicly in the town square, as an example, I guess. Yeah, so he does that. Our characters, they split up to try to find the amulet, which was pointless because Liu Kang finds it immediately. So Liu Kang fights off Shao Kahn to try to get the amulet out of this little cage thing that Quan Chi set up. Well, yeah, Liu Kang, he holds his own against Shao Kahn as long as he can, but because Shao Kahn's immortal, well, kinda can't do anything to him. Jax also comes in to help fight off Shao Kahn. But, Jax just cannot catch a break with his arms, because Shao Kahn rips his arms off as well. Throughout the fight, Shao Kahn kills Jax. Like, takes the other side of his hammer and just stabs him right through the neck. Ooh, it was brutal. Anyway, so they're about to succeed in getting Shinnok's amulet as Johnny comes in, but Shao Kahn tells Noob Saibot to take the amulet and protect it. So Noob Saibot takes the amulet to the Nether Realm. Around this time, wow, bad timing is bad timing. The final round of Mortal Kombat, the final match is about to begin. And now the final match is between Shao Kahn against both Sonya Blade and Liu Kang. So while they're busy doing the fighting, Johnny Cage is left behind where he gets greeted by Kano. So Johnny and Kano go back to Raiden's Sky Temple where Raiden is out of commission because his throat is slit. It turns out Kano wants to switch sides. He wants to fight for Earthrealm now. Why? Because if Shao Kahn wins, then everything Kano loves will be destroyed. Drinking, stealing, fucking. So, yeah. He wants to switch up because if Shao Kahn wins, then everything he loves is gone. So they devise a plan. They need to go to the Netherrealm to get Shinnok's amulet, but they will need a guide. So Raiden needs to send them to you-know-who. But Raiden also warns because in his weakened state, he may not have enough energy to bring them back, so this may be a one-way trip. Johnny, now having grown with perspective, is willing to make the sacrifice, even if no one in the world knows what he did. So Johnny and Kano, they go to the Netherrealm, and it does not look like Netherrealm at all. It looks peaceful. It looks like a Japanese garden. Because they went and found Hanzo Hasashi. They need a guide for the Netherrealm. And Hanzo, he's able to warp reality because his will is that strong. Must be strange, he's mastered the ability to warp reality of hell however he likes to make it look peaceful, look like a garden. And then these two random white guys show up. So they mention that Bi-Han is still alive, and that snaps Scorpion out of it. All of the garden around him shifts into Netherrealm, and then he dresses up in Scorpion attire. So now the three of them are gonna go and find Noob Saibot. Anyway, so yeah, they do. Wait, but first, we do get the scene between Jade and Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung is about to go off to Raiden's Sky Temple. And then Jade, she just gets to sit around, I guess. But no, Jade, she renounces Shao Kahn out of her love for Kitana. And then she, with her, Jade staff, is on her way to the Netherrealm. So down in the Netherrealm, they do find Bi-Han. Yo, the fight with Noob Saibot is extravagant. Because Noob Saibot uses his Shadow clone. So we have two fights. We have Scorpion versus Noob Saibot's Shadow. And then we have Johnny Cage and Kano versus the actual Noob Saibot. All while, on the surface, Liu Kang and Sonya Blade versus Shao Kahn, right in front of where Kitana is chained up. There's also not really anything between the romance for Kitana and Liu Kang. There were hints of it, very, very, very small hints. But, yeah, nothing really happened between them. So, yeah, they fight. Sonya gets knocked out, so Liu Kang has to fight Shao Kahn himself. But, oh no! Liu Kang gets impaled with the Warhammer too, looking like he's about to die. And then, I kind of don't really understand how this plays out, like what this means. As Liu Kang got impaled and is dying, he's just like, this is it. This was how it's meant to be. I was meant to go to the Netherrealm and free Kung Lao. I will be back. It's like, and then he just sets ablaze and disappears. I'm sorry, what? So, oh no, it seems like this is it. Shao Kahn has won. But Sonya, before she passes out, she frees Kitana. Where Kitana renounces Outworld, renounces Shao Kahn. I fight on behalf of Earthrealm. So now there is one final fight. Kitana versus Shao Kahn. Down in the Netherrealm, we do see the awesome fights as well. Eventually, Scorpion does win against Noob Saibot's Shadow. He cuts him in half, and it's like, that's not how that works in the game. Noob Saibot's Shadow, killing them is inconsequential. And besides, Noob Saibot doesn't have just one. He can create as many as he wants. And they don't exactly bleed when you cut them in half. At least certainly not with red blood, but whatever. Anyway, so they managed to get the amulet back from Noob Saibot. They're trying to destroy it. Kano uses his laser eye, Hanzo uses his fire, Jade comes in and uses her staff beam, but it's not enough to destroy the amulet just yet. At least not until Johnny Cage awakens to his arcana, his superpower, his green halo. So he does his green halo kick, and all of this combined is able to destroy Shinnok's amulet. Without Shinnok's amulet, Shao Kahn is mortal again. So back on the surface, Kitana fighting Shao Kahn. It's a pretty even match. Shao Kahn does seem to get the upper hand. His big-ass hands are choking Kitana. But then, I don't know, a surge of adrenaline? Because she remembers her father, remembers the ribbon. She uses the ribbon to gain the upper hand, even though she was being choked out. Her eyes even closed, as if she was about to drift off. But then she just got a surge of adrenaline somehow, whatever. I should also mention too that throughout the film, we do see Shao Kahn, as he fights, he also uses his green shoulder charge, one of his movesets straight from the game. Now obviously a lot of characters when they fight, they use their video game movesets, like Johnny Cage's Nut Punch, or Baraka's throwing spears. You know, his blades that he fires off. Anyway, so Kitana eventually gets the upper hand, takes off Shao Kahn's helmet, and then does the fatality from her game. I forget which game it was. I think it may have been... I think it was Mortal Kombat X. How her fans cut off the head in two different ways. Obviously, it's not one-to-one, but pretty much the same, damn near. So Kitana has killed Shao Kahn, and she is now Queen of Edenia. We don't even see Sindel acknowledge her at all for killing Shao Kahn. Oh, whatever. Wait, but what about Shang Tsung? Shang Tsung was on his way to Raiden Sky Temple to assassinate him in his weakened state. But right as Shang Tsung arrives and was about to stab Raiden, Shinnok's amulet was destroyed, releasing Raiden's energy. Raiden gets all his strength back, and then does his, you know, he does his lightning charge on Shang Tsung. Oh yeah, we also see Kung Lao do his bicycle kick in this film. I love it. So now that Raiden has all his strength back, of course he's able to bring everyone back from the Netherrealm. Anyway, so the end of the film, everyone's happy. Earthrealm is saved. We even see Johnny sitting with Baraka at a campfire, just taking some creative liberties of what Raiden told him. And yes, Baraka is a fawning fanboy for Johnny Cage. Then all our characters show up. Even Kano capturing Quan Chi. So all our characters do this, like, do this money shot, walking into the camera, all in a big line. Though, sadly, some characters are missing, like Jax, Cole Young, they're dead. So our characters, yeah, they came together to protect Earthrealm, and then end of movie. And then the end credits did the classic Mortal Kombat theme with all the characters. Raiden, Liu Kang, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Kano, Sonya, Sub-Zero. I probably didn't say that in the proper order. Now, this was by far the best Mortal Kombat film yet. Like I said, the movies from the late 80s to early 90s, they were a product of their time. I think it was actually just 90s. They were a product of their time. The 2021 film sucked. This is easily the best Mortal Kombat film yet. Actual fighting, actually about the tournament, gory deaths, and actually following characters we want to see. Not a film original character like Cole Young. They wasted certain characters from the first film. Melina, Cabal, Goro. They absolutely wasted some of the characters from the first film. There wasn't even an acknowledgement of Melina in this film. I think even they realized, oh, we kind of screwed up with the casting of Melina, because Melina looks nothing like Kitana. They could always retcon it, you know. There's canonically, well, I don't want to say more than one Melina, but there was multiple experiments for Melina. So that could have just been one that did not look like Kitana. Yo, think of this in the future. If we have Adeline Rudolph playing Melina as well, like an actual proper Melina, seeing her with a freaky ass mouth and a pink outfit instead of blue, I'm down. I want to see that now. I want to see two Adeline Rudolphs on screen, one in blue, one in pink, and doing the fight. Kitana versus Melina. Kitana and Jade in this film, they only wore their mask like once, which was a little disappointing considering, you know, the female ninjas, they always have a mask on. I mean, the guy ninjas too. I want to see more world building with some of the characters, you know? Like, they haven't really covered the Ling Kuei at all. We've only ever seen Bi-Han. Where's Kuai Liang? Where's Cyrax and Sector? What about Frost? Like, we haven't really explored any of the other clans yet. We know that the Shirai Ryu is dead, but where's the rest of the Ling Kuei? We haven't really seen any of the Shaolin as well. What about the Shokan? We only saw Goro. We never saw Shiva or Kentaro. Well, there was a hint of Kentaro in this film as like set piece design on, I think, Shao Kahn's throne. What else? So, if there is a third film, which I don't think has been greenlit yet, if there is a third film, who's the antagonist gonna be? They already set up Shinnok, but Shinnok's amulet is destroyed, so maybe not Shinnok. They haven't really touched on the Elder Gods anyways. If not Shinnok, then what about Onaga? Though if they do Onaga, they will have to do a big CGI dragon character. What about Deadly Alliance? That'd be awesome. Seeing our characters fighting Quan Chi and Shang Tsung, I'm down for that. Yeah, given how busy this film was with all the new characters, Shang Tsung and especially Quan Chi didn't really do too much in this film. Didn't really have much screen presence. But yes, I am very satisfied with this film. It feels a little strange that Kano is now on Earthrealm's side. Kano, he doesn't really care what side he's on as long as he gets paid. Right? So, yeah, Kano being on Earthrealm's side is very strange. Not really the Kano I'm familiar with, but whatever. Gotta say, but... So primarily the big standout of this film is Katana. I thought the standout of this film would be Johnny Cage, but no, Johnny Cage, not only did he lose in the first round of the tournament, he doesn't really do too much in the film anyways, you know? I mean, he does. He does, of course. He's like probably the second most important character. But I just thought he would have more. I thought Johnny Cage would have more. I wasn't a big fan of how Raiden got sidelined in this film. Hard. He had his throat slit. It's like, this is Raiden! You know? God of Thunder, Protector of Earthrealm, and we haven't really seen him do anything in the past 2 films. Hell, when we see more Kano than we see Raiden, it's like, what the hell? But yeah, I enjoyed this film. I think I'm about to just actually say forget about the item power berries and just go ahead. This will definitely be a film that I will gladly rewatch. What else? I mean, they also haven't really explored too much of the other realms. Obviously, we know Earthrealm is just Earth. But we haven't really seen too much of Outworld. We've mostly... all the shots of Outworld we've seen are just... a quarry. And then Edenia, we saw like 3 set pieces for it in this film. We saw Netherrealm, which looked fantastic, by the way. Then again, the games haven't really covered Chaos Realm that much, Order Realm. I think it's probably too early to do like Chronica or The One Being in live action. I do like this theory I heard online, that everything Mortal Kombat is a prior timeline that Chronica made. So the previous, literally any sort of like spin-off game, these movies are all prior timelines that Chronica made. I like that idea. Very much hoping that we get a third film, and that it follows the trend that the second film gave us. Not the first film, though. Okay, I think I'm just going to do 3 more and then do another special scan and call it. And you know what? Let's use some of the berries that, let's face it, I'm never going to use. Wait, that may be a little bit too much. But how many of these do I have? Which ones do I have the most of? Oh, definitely that one. Whoops, I meant to hit this, make the same one. That one's a small. I also need to change my button mapping too. So let me know what you guys thought about Mortal Kombat 2. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It feels good to be a Mortal Kombat fan and finally have a good movie to watch. Is it down there? Where is it? Oh no, it's right here. Oh, catch 6 species of Pokemon. Is there a Pokeball back there? I don't think so. Bruh. This stupid game sometimes. all Curlius, man! Where's the Pokeball? There's usually one around here. I still need to catch 2 more species, though. Find a way up. Where was it? How did I get up there? Man. Mother. Because that Clefable ran, I need it. I need another species to catch. Running out of time. Shit. Maybe I'll just call it soon, because I do need to go to bed early. Damn, sorry, no other special scan today. I wasted too much time crafting donuts. What if I try Quick Ball? Nope, not even a Quick Ball. For some reason, as a kid, I pronounced it Quake Ball. I don't know. I guess I just never read the name properly. No, not the Master Ball. Oh, of course that works. Aha! Well, at least I found it quick. Now, with a handful of time, we'll try to get whatever we can. Let me see if I can get this big cluster, or this big chunk. Go, go, go. Try to grab that. Go, 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 go. How many points am I at now? Maybe 2 more and I should be able to get enough points. Maybe I should pre-make the donuts ahead of time in case what happens today happens again. Normally for these small distortions, I use less berries because I don't need that much time. Okay, catch window. But Larvitars are hard to catch. Can I try to catch you guys instead? What the hell? I don't even know what's happening anymore. Wait, actually, maybe this isn't the best one to use. Oh my god! Fine then. The targeting system is much better in this game. It is atrocious in Legends Arceus. Come on, I need one more. I think Metagross is stuck back there. Oh, nope, no, it's not. Well, now I have all this time left. I may as well get as many Mega Shards as I can. Damn, my entire team got obliterated in here. Oop. Well, that looks to be everything to get in here. Fine, I may as well try to get more special scans. I already made it this far. I've gotten that second Fletchling Shiny before, and it was annoying to catch. No, not these. I'll just give myself more time for this one. Just because I feel like it. Is that a dollop of mashed potato on the top? Is there a faster one I can get to? Oh, but this one's a small one. Ugh. You know, that's a good question. How do I get in there? I really gotta stop soon. I gotta go to bed. Whoops, wrong way. Ah. Oh no, I think Kangaskhan's are hard to catch. I will take that. Where is that? I just saw one. I don't think it was this one. What the hell? Wow, there was a couple of wasted Ultra Balls. Just need 2 more Pokeballs. You know, I could be alpha grinding right now. Actually, I should be going to sleep. But that's besides the point. I could be alpha grinding right now. Not even shiny hunting. Need 1 more, need 1 more. Found the 1 more. What the hell? Oh, I see the golden Pokeball back there. Or at least I know where it is. Oh. Wow, I kinda didn't expect that to hit all of it. I kinda expected something like that to happen. Nice. Oh god. Let me up, let me up, let me up. Good. All right. For the sake of time, I'm just gonna get out of here. Well, after I pick this up. Hold on. My family disturbed me being here because none of them knows how to use the oven. That's not right. Alright, I'm gonna do the special scan and then I'm gonna call it. Because I need to go to sleep. Even if I were to fall asleep right now, I would have 8 hours of sleep. Because I'm gonna have to get up at 7:30. And it's another fucking battle zone. Not the right button. Alright. See you guys.